I swore I'd block your number for good, but here you are texting me you up. I know exactly where this is, on your side of the bed at 3 a.m. I tell myself don't fall this time, but you say my name and I lose my mind. You're a bad idea again, but I always let you back in every time I say I'm done, I'm lying. You walk in the room and I stop trying. You're a bad idea again, but here I am at your door at 10. Guess I never learned my lesson. You're a bad idea again. Your friends all think I'm over this phase. Mine keep telling me to walk away, but we both know how the night goes. We talk a little, then lose control. I tell myself I'm stronger now, but you smile once and it all falls down.
understand my shoulder is all you get. When you moved around, yeah, that's where it all fell. Oh, to the ground, baby. And you like to move in silence, baby, so do I. This could either be hell or a paradise. Talking to your friends, baby, so do I. About you, we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. We both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Yeah. Who said we can't forget even if it don't last? Baby, when I get up in it, you forget the past. I'll make sure to cut all of the strings that get attached. And you make sure to call me every time you want me back. I love the way you say my name, say my name. And make me feel so Medicaid. Love the way you say my name, say my name. You like to move in silence, baby, so do I. This could either be hell or a paradise. Talking to your friends, baby, so do I. About you, we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. We both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Now we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Forgot I lied. Now we both know it's too late. I forgot I lied to you. Forgot I lied.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
Well, dude, I was one pick off from...
finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Moon, and tonight I'm joined by my good friend and pal Bultrick. And tonight we have a matchup between Kaido Kruzers and Smoke Sorcerers. So this will be JDM versus WIZ. Got quite the matchup here. I mean, overall, JDM 1-0, Smoke Sorcerers 0-1. Um, let's see. Just going over some notes here that I have. I mean, star player in the first matchup, Taco's Brick, 1.30 rating for Kaido Kruzers. Definitely was able to help them get across the finish line. We'll have to keep an eye on him tonight. And then as far as Smoke Sorcerers, their overall best player so far is Mono with a 1.12 rating from first match day. This is looking to be a favorable matchup between Kaido Kruzers and Smoke Sorcerers in the favor of Kaido Kruzers just on paper, but as we all know about the game of Counter-Strike, anything can happen and anything will happen. This is CSC
Absolutely.
after all, so we're playing for something that's better than nothing, and people do try. Hence
That's what makes
Kyle's
it
name.
entertaining. There's so many possibilities. You could have one player who nobody's ever heard of. Maybe it's their first season, and they just go absolutely crazy. Maybe they had a bad game, in the first game of the season, and maybe that weighed in on their loss. But literally anybody could show up, which I think is part of what makes this so entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I've seen every single player, at least that I've come across, they've definitely had their star games in their own right every time. So can't really count anybody out. Can't really put your faith in anybody else either. CSC it's like if you've ever been a fan of phase Counter-Strike, CSC reminds me a lot of phase Counter-Strike. It's just there's a lot of fun bullshit going on, if you would excuse my French.
Looks like we're
So
only missing 2 people from the server here.
get it up and running here as soon as we can. Talk about one more thing here. Going back to that loss on the side of the Smoke Sorcerers, I mean, hard fought matchup against OS. They took a tough loss there on match day 1, but it was really just coming down to a couple of off games from Tryhard Kyle and Vexy, their opper. So they'll definitely be looking to redeem themselves tonight. If we are able to keep eye on them, that'll be definitely something we'll have to do. And on the side of JDM here, they actually were able to pick up a win on Inferno with a sub on their first night. That's where that 1.30 rating really comes in extreme clutch from Taco's Brick on that first matchup, because as we all know, playing with a sub, especially in your first matchup, can probably be a little bit nerve rattling, if you may. But
Yeah.
we have Floyda back tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's in the server, and he's making his official season debut tonight after missing out on the first match. They had Zen from the free agent section stepping in to help them out get across the finish line, winning 13-11 against the UPS Impastas. So definitely a good matchup to be winning against. And
Yeah, I would say
nothing
that's a more impressive
obviously.
one.
Yeah, nothing really to speak on with Floyda's numbers because he has no officials, but just taking a look across his combines, he had some pretty good numbers, so definitely we'll have to keep an eye on him as well. Lot of names in the server that are looking to redeem themselves, a lot of players who are looking to maintain the same performance rating that they had from the previous match day. So a lot on the line today in just individual performances. Fun fact, this our boy Floyda here has just noticed in his profile he's got a interesting sensitivity, 1800 DPI at 0.45 in-game sense. That's a new one that I've personally never heard of.
That is very, very interesting, very strange. I know a lot of, at least players in that I've spoken with recently over the past 2 weeks, that a lot of them seem to use a more mid ground of like a 800, 1 to 1.4.
Yeah.
But 1800 DPI is something I'll say.
No, I've seen people a lot lately are moving into this like higher DPI, lower in-game sense. It seems to be something that's, I don't know. It's like a trend that's catching on with a lot of these higher level players. I don't know. A lot of my friends have just recently started doing that.
Definitely keep an eye out on him.
So we are just waiting around for this to get started up here, and here we go. We are live. Pistol round coming out. We've got Smoke Sorcerers on the T side, Kaido Kruzers on the CT side. Let's get the ball rolling. And here we go. We got a smoke for T steps here coming from Tacos. Heavy mid lean from the T's.
Very aggressive, very quick.
Vexy with the first pick. D3, Vexy to respond, keeping the favor in the T's. Going for the split towards A.
Very nice pick there from Hirotox.
Floyda has reservation in A main. Can he play his life correctly here, allowing for a retake? 3v3. Mono playing a little bit out of position here.
I think that mid presence could actually be really strong for them here. They know that they have to come from heaven or main. The Hirotox finds a quick pick. It's quickly down to a 1v3 for the T.
Mono
Finds one
forced into a
frag.
1v3 retake on his own site. Drops the first, drops the second. Able
And he
to
gets
get the 1v3. Wow.
That was something. It was a very nice way to... No, he was able to take the space and use that to... I assume he was giving information to his team on where those CTs were coming in from. Unfortunately, they just got picked off, but he was able to bring it back for that beautiful 1v3 clutch.
Starting
It's going to be a very
heavy off.
important round.
Starting heavy off with 3 towards B. 1 lurker here towards A main. Oh, and just missed the timing on the spot, I think, on Floyda. Taco
Actually
with a pick on
walking.
Vexy.
It almost looked like he wanted to walk out of A main and look for
Spotted
that frag.
Kyle there.
We're seeing them switch back over towards mid, but there's already 2 CTs there ready for this. If they find a little bit of contact, they're going to fall off.
And Kyle stuffs that pick coming out of B main there. Iva finding another. And A main. CTs are spread pretty far across the map. If these Ts can group up and hit a site, chances are pretty likely in their favor that they'll be able to take it. It would require quite the hero round from either D3 or Taco here to defend one of these sites.
They're
He's got
getting
the
ready to quickly
info and
come
they're
out.
running out E-Box. And
Gets that
there's
first
the
frag.
site.
Bomb goes down. Both CTs are coming in. Let's see if they can find any frags, but it's not looking likely here. They might just be going for exits here.
Gets a tag on the first. I imagine this... Yeah.
You can only expect that round to go that way. Good time control, map control from the CTs despite the gun disadvantage. They should be going into a full buy here. Let's see what they've got.
Yeah, seeing Hirotox go for that aggression out of B main early like that with really no support, knowing that Kyle was just there, they just saw him. I mean, going up against AK versus Deagle, I still like the favor of the AK, especially at that range, so.
A safe bet.
Going for a huge nade play towards B there. Good nade coming up mid. Avo still taking this same residence that I believe he took last round, just holding this E-box pick. Catches a spot, doesn't really like the timing on that. He's gonna nade open this smoke. Doesn't see anything.
You see the T's work towards B, but I almost want to say with that smoke that they just threw in B main, it looks like they want to switch back towards a mid, maybe mid to B, based on. Oh, he's about. There's a.
They're a little unsure, it seems. Going in fast though now.
Finds the first pick. They're looking for the second guy in sight. He goes down too with one frag. It's not a terrible position here for the CTs. They might be able to find this retake, especially if this. Oh, this could be dirty here in River. Not even clearing corners. You can't expect much else there. He wants to get on site quick to help his team with that retake. They're going to be immediately sent into a save. Looking for any exits they can find. Yeah, I really liked that execute from.
Gonna see a little bit of a hunt come out of the T's here, looks like. Not much though. Mono's gotta get out of there. There he's good.
They find
Avo
one.
gets one. Mono's able to clean up another.
Oh.
And just like
Yeah,
that, there goes the guns.
I like
So
that
now
execute
looking-
from the Smoke Sorcerers to be able to get that guy easily into E-box with no vision on him, no information. Just
Yeah,
able
they're doing
to
a really
open up
good
that
job
site.
doing a really good job of taking early map control in that lower water section area towards river, towards A main, and they're just holding that residency for the entirety of the round. They're not really getting challenged by the CTs in water really at all right now. And there's the challenge from water.
That quick
They're only
window
able to
rush.
pick up one, but Mono and Hava able to clean that play up. And Kyle able to swipe Taco speed out from underneath his body, just like that.
Just like that, the Smoke Sorcerers have taken a quick 4-0 lead in this first half of Anubis. The economy from the CTs is looking okay, but I feel like they kind of need to get this round, or it's just going to be force with maybe some lacking util or weaker guns, depending on how these rounds actually end up. They're going to lean towards another default here.
And I am noticing that Anubis was actually a ban for JDM in their first matchup against UPS Impastas, so surprised they decided to let this one float tonight. Maybe they just weren't expecting them to go for it, but so far WIZ, it seems, is a lot more prepared for this map than JDM is.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. We see a quick frag coming on A main.
Kyle stuffs out a Rhoda on the spot, and that's going to keep that B main player tucked over there. He's still interested, looking for this pick.
He barely got caught out in that window there from those two players that walked up mid. He has to fall all the way back to site. Taco Brick finds
Taco.
a kill on Kyle. That's going to be huge for that B hold. They know they have at least two
Pizza's
players
going to need
up
to
mid
stuff out
already.
this camera play. Catches the spot, doesn't know about the A main player. And that's a site taken. 2v3, not a lot of health here on the CTs. I imagine you probably opt for the save here, maybe play for some exits, maybe take a small little look at it, but money is not looking good. Definitely need these rifles going into the next one.
Yeah, I feel like there's not really much of an option, especially with the low health of both these players. You're not going to find a retake there. You just got to save your guns. I don't even know if it's worth looking for the exits. Just go save somewhere safe so you don't lose those rifles for next round.
Yeah. Pizza still 0 and 5 on the side of JDM. believe that's their Opper. Definitely need to see the Opper waking up on a map like Anubis CT side. He's going to be pretty crucial at taking off those early picks. So, especially in this, in the way that Smoke Sorcerers are playing, right? I mean, they're taking this early water control a lot, and if you can get Pizza into E-Box, I would say, with an op, early round, and have him holding that cross, that could be huge potential for an early opening round pick to stuff out that residency from T's. But seeing a fast play coming out of B main here, Hero with the spot on both the Opper and one going towards mid. D3 is going to back out of this when he gets a pick on Havo.
Yeah, they're really lacking that water pressure. They just have that A main player that keeps getting picked off all by himself. It opens up a lot of space for the T's here.
Pizza looking for that pick on Vexy. He's trying to put his name back into the conversation here with the first pick of the matchup. And he still can't get himself across the finish line. A dink. Dink on Kyle. Looks like it probably came through the wall or the pillar there. Didn't do enough damage to really make it all the worthwhile.
Yeah, you got Smoke Sorcerers walking up mid. They're working to find an A crunch here with their player that's sitting outside of A main. They know there's one temple. Do they think there's more? He gets spotted out, tagged up a little bit. Actually, just barely missed.
They do know about this A main player, especially now that he's thrown this nade. He's backed out a little bit. Oh, and Kyle with the fast play, getting them into camera here. It's going to require a hero round from D3. He's able to get 2, but that's all he can come up with.
Yeah, Peach is still struggling to find that first frag. I think as soon as they get him that op, he may be able to pick it up quite a bit. I would hope to see that from him. But their money's still looking very scarce. They actually
D3
picks
I
up
thought
the op
Pizza
here.
was their upper. That was my fault. D3 picking up the op. Playing towards A, it seems. Or mid.
Yeah, they really just get no resistance in water, which understandably so, but
Oh, Taco with the spot on 1 there. He's gonna know that they're there, but they should know that they're there every round just based on the way that they've been playing this. I mean, slow walking their way up bridge here, looking for any kind of fight that they can find. Willing and ready to trade each other out, keeping that spacing tight. D3 is going to be crucial on this angle to stuff this out. He's going to get mollied off. Falls off.
lots of flashes coming out here. Let's see if they can maybe find this kill on the temple guy. He doesn't know yet that they've fallen off entirely, or maybe he does. He's walking up. He's getting ready for a fight.
Pizza
Kyle's
looking for
tucked
a
in the
chance to
corner.
redeem himself, holding this angle.
I like the discipline to not get too aggressive and try to take space that they just left. They don't know.
I
where
almost
exactly
think
the execute
I
might
would
be
have
coming.
liked him to take a little bit of aggression there, just knowing. Yeah, Pizza goes down, Havo finds one in E-Box, and this is going to be speeding up for a fast B take.
what a
Taco's not
direct
able to hold it down. And opting for, I would assume, probably another save here from the CTs, especially with the op in play. But yeah, I think I almost would have liked him to get maybe a little aggressive there, just because Kyle was searching more so for that camera pick at the very timing that he was getting ready to push up. He wasn't really worried too much about that temple player. So maybe if he comes up on that timing and swings that, he might be able to win that gunfight catching Kyle off guard, but who knows. Saren takes the
losing
op
that
out
op.
of play. Floyda is nowhere near in position to grab that op again, so gonna take an AK across into the next round, but 7-0 in the favor of Smoke Sorcerers right now. This is not chalking up to be what I expected, to be honest.
They do finally take their first time out on JDM. I almost want to say it's a little bit late. Maybe you could have taken this after one of the first few rounds, kind of figure out what you guys need to fix and clean up on this half.
I mean, just looking at the numbers here, I mean, from match day 1, like I said, I mean, 3 out of 5 of the players were below a 1-0 rating on match day 1, and now we're seeing a totally different side of Smoke Sorcerers tonight. I mean, Kyle in specific posting 10 and 20 in match day 1. He's already on track to surpass himself and then some tonight with the way he's playing right now, so
Doing very well.
definitely redeeming himself on at least the side of the T side. He's been a very big factor in contributing to this lead.
JDM finally decided to go for a more aggressive play in water, but it's just the worst time to do it while Smoke Sorcerers
for
out B.
And Mono is going to be looking for this lurk play towards water. He's going to catch one, he's going to catch the other, and that is the round for sure. Pizza's going to be opting for another save. This is just, I mean, I assume they hunt here. No, try and take this last gun out of the hands of the CTs, but this is just becoming detrimental at this point. Definitely, I would imagine, need to come up with a better game plan on what to do as a team. And Pizza taking away 3.
Maybe that's his wake-up call there. He could take off that momentum, just
he's gonna take away 4. Look at, there we go. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that doesn't damage Smoke Sorcerer's money at all, but maybe that'll bring Pizza into the game, and he can be a bigger factor here for the Kaido Kruzers. And that money's still looking very rough for them. They have decent util, but it's not what you want to see on CT side. It's going to make very hard holds for them.
Yeah.
They're actually playing very aggressive out B main here.
Vexy whiffing on the first. Taco and D3 are able to combine for 2. Taco finds a third. And now we're looking at man advantage in the favor of CTs for the first time, I think, in a while.
Yeah,
but
I want to
say what I was getting ready to say is, okay, D3 stuffing out another one. Mono, I imagine, either goes for the hero play just because of the money situation and the scoreline, or opts for a save as well here. But I was just gonna say, I mean, we talk about tryhard Kyle here, but I didn't even really recognize Mono 12 and 3 right now, and Havo 10 and 7. Like, 3 of 5 players across the board are just chalking this up like it's a face it pug, is what it is truly seeming to be. The coordination level on the favor of the CTs has been pretty well asleep up until this round.
Yeah, Mono's going to walk
looking for something here, though.
Finds the first frag. He has the bomb on him. Just a matter of whether he wants to go for the clutch or if he's just going to wait it out. Try to save this AK and not lose extra money. He's going to go for it towards B. He gets picked off by Tacos just outside of E-Box. Very well played from the Kaido Kruzers on that round. I like the aggression. I think that's what they need to play against Smoke Sorcerers. They're playing very passive, giving a lot of space. But I think every once in a while you gotta spice it up. Hit them with a quick push, B main, A main. Just try to throw off their game what they've been doing these first 8 rounds that have just been allowing them to control this match.
Yeah, would definitely like to see them do more plays like that for sure. Coming into this next round, timeout from the T's?
Yeah.
See what they've got planned up here. Fast D-box smoke, fast house smoke. A lot of early mid util. Fast aggression towards water again, and uncontested as well.
Yeah, I really don't think they can afford to give that up, especially with the 3 players leaning towards A.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one thing that I can say though that was making this even worse for them early on was they were offering up that free A main pick, right? I mean, we're seeing now at least they've fallen back into A site, playing, cheating an extra player over so this retake towards A can happen a little bit faster if required. They definitely are having a lot of faith in Taco and Hero over here to be able to defend this B site.
So Taco actually gets picked off early on. There's another pick mid. He gets traded off from Pizza. He might be awake.
Starting to wake himself up.
Chooses to fall off. Get ready for the B hold as they.
And Vexy just slimes him out. Pizza trades it out again. Floyda and Pizza in a 2v2 retake. Can they find a way to get their foot in the door? And crossfire from Kyle and Hava is just too much for them to Havo. It's just
very hard retake from that position. Very good post plant from those 2 players. I like that very much. It's always hard to get out there with minimal util when they are playing such a strong position with that crossfire.
2.6 KD on Mono, 2.0 KD on Tryhard Kyle. Havo right there alongside him with an extra impressive number. I mean, all 5 players in the green, so.
Yeah, you definitely can't complain with that. Pure Talks actually picks off Mono very early on into this round.
Changer.
You do still see that water presence from the Smoke Sorcerers.
Hero gets another one. So I'm noticing now that there have been 3 different players holding the op on the CT side, so they must just kind of toss it around at leisure maybe now? Or did he just pick it up from D3?
I actually did not pick up on that. Peach is finding another frag mid. Not looking too hot for the T's here. Gotta see if they can make something happen, but Pizza gets another on
that one out. Vexy left in a 1v4 situation. Still holding this water residency. He's got the bomb on his back. Is he really going to choose to walk into this stack on A? I mean, if he can take out the numbers, he knows he's got the space, but Pizza stuffs that one out. Big round from Pizza. Now 9 and 8. Was the only player with no kills on the board, and then takes out 4 kills when they were hunting him down, and all of a sudden he's the only player positive on the entire CT side, so definitely did wake him up, that's for sure.
That might be something they can work off of going into the second half after this round. If they can get him activated and he can find some early picks, could make for some quick post-plant scenarios. Mono's quick on E-Box, he might find this pick. He's being very patient, very disciplined. Taco almost got caught in the back of the head if Mono was feeling aggressive.
And Taco mollies out Mono. Gets that opening pick there. A lot of action towards B main. Floyda's calling this out, I'm sure. Op just took a lot of space here. He's gonna hear this, no?
Definitely have the information now. It's just a matter of where they're gonna take it from mid. They kind kind of split,
Op's
taking the
gonna
bomb
be-
towards A, but they don't know about this A main player, I don't think. Floyda finds a pick coming in from CT Water.
3v2. If Hero can find this opener from A main, this would be getting their foot in the
Teammate
door.
doubles up with him. They're going to take some space here, but Taco's very low in health. He gets picked off.
Hero on the
Hero
whiff.
misses
He's
the
in a
op.
1v2.
Doesn't have a whole lot of options.
A lot of discipline out of Kyle. Swings on the spot, and there it goes.
Sorcerers. Very well played. Yet
10-2
again.
half. I mean, we're going to have to see a banging half out of Kaido Kruzers here now if we want to see any more real Counter-Strike. Because, I mean, if this pistol round goes in the favor of WIZ, this could be the end of the game right there.
Yeah, let's see what they've got cooked up for this T side. Maybe they can bring it back and have a T side like the Smoke Sorcerers just did. Would make it a very interesting game, but
Havo 14-9, Tryhard Kyle 11-5, Mono 13-7. Just smashing performances from 3 out of 5 players so far from Smoke Sorcerers. Definitely in the server redeeming themselves, making sure that they can get this win. Trying their hardest to get it across the finish line. Flashes out mid. Vexy's gonna get the spot on the information. Can they stop this?
very
Vexy
fast
gets
flying
good for
up
one
mid.
on the trade.
Another pick. They're down
And
to a
there goes
4v2, but they're pretty low on
4v2
health.
retake scenario. There goes the A site. They're gonna take this A main pressure fast. Havo with 1 gets traded out quick by D3.
There's
Mono
just
left in a
nothing for
1v3
Mono.
scenario, and this
gotta move
is his map. He's gonna be looking for it. Finds the first, and goes down from Hero. Alright, so a little bit of a breath of life there for JDM now after that one. Pizza 10-10, still even, but Saren now dropping below the cusp line for sure.
I mean, you see the
Definitely
numbers.
gonna want to pick his performance back up.
They have the dueling skills, the fights, the trades. They know what they're doing wrong, and they can win these fights. It's just a matter of actually properly playing together. Like you see Pizza quickly moving up by himself. They do manage
D3
to
got an
fight.
opening pick on Vexy, and Tryhard Kyle running at Pizza, able to secure the pick, but instantly traded up by Floyda. They're going to be going for the same plays they did for the pistol round. Saren's going to be left here. Gets 1. He's going to get rushed out by Taco. Good for 2. Now this has just put this in man advantage in the favor of the CTs. They're definitely going to be looking to go for this now, surely.
Absolutely, it's suddenly a very winnable round, especially if they can manage to pick up any of these guns that are on the ground. Even without that, I think if they just crunch all at the same time, or maybe find one early pick.
Floyda
That's not
finds
gonna
one.
happen.
Molly on camera. He's going to have to run out. He's going to get picked up by Floyda as well. Mono can't win the 1v2. And for a second there, that was looking... that was looking a little scary, but JDM able to get a second round on the board there.
This is really what you want to see out of JDM, a very commanding first 2 rounds here on this second half.
Yeah,
The
10-4
question
on the
is-
scoreline.
Will they keep it moving? Or now that Smoke Sorcerers have another full buy, first full buy of this half, I should say, will that make a difference for JDM?
Yeah, 10-4 the scoreline, but this game has started to feel more competitive now that the sides have switched. Havo with a huge pick, huge double pushing through this smoke on E-Box, cheating that space away from them, and that's what I would have liked to have seen from JDM on the first half, was that them heroic aggressive plays, just where they are able to create a difference individually in the round. And if they aren't going to do it individually, they should have just coordinated a little better on what they were doing there. But
Oh, gets tagged sitting in window.
Havo finding a
Havo's-
third, spots on another guy in water. He may be looking up for the ace in this round here if he can get this pick on Taco. Taco able to stuff out his round. Spot on the player mid. They're going to take this residency in E-Box. Bomb on the back of D3. Gonna plan for B main here.
Oh, and
And
he gets
Mono with a
through the
spam
smoke.
through the smoke. Tryhard Kyle's coming through E-Box fast. It's gonna be up to Taco to swing through this fast to find a double, and Vexy is able to stuff it out. And there goes the round. That spam kill for Mono there, really.
That was
Put the
very
pressure.
huge.
11-4.
Still a hard post point there with that 2v4 with the two pairs of CTs coming in from different spots, but you never know what could happen once you get that bomb down.
See what the T's can respond back with after this one. Little bit of a force buy scenario here. AK on the back of Floyda. D3 with a Galil. Putting their faith in these players to be able to get them across the finish line. Kyle's gonna stuff out one, gets traded out instantly by Hiroto. Vexy's taking out Taco, and then Hiroto trades him out again. Still even 3v3. They're gonna go for this fast camera presence. Saren's here and ready for it. Another teammate coming in out of A main fast. They're going to be ready to take this as quick as they can. Little bit of team damage it looked like there. Loida knocks out one. Gets traded out. And Hero gets stuffed out by Mono. Mono is just cleaning up house. 16 and 9.
He's having an
Putting
absolutely
WIZ
phenomenal
on
game.
the final round. 12 and 4. Only needs one more to close this thing out. I mean, money is tight. It's not looking good for JDM here.
Yeah, they obviously don't get a choice. They have to force up, but even then, if they want to buy those heavy-hitting guns, they can't afford head armor, which is less than ideal if you're playing as a T side.
Players
What
opting, it looks like, for Mac
3
10s and some
SMGs.
utility and one AK on the back of Hero. Hopefully that Hero can be the hero that they need to win them this round. Nade up mid, finds a little bit of damage on Havo, but not enough really to make it anything justifiable. Vexy swapping back and forth on a head on a swivel looking for one of these picks. Decent nade. Finds some good damage on Hero in D3. Pizza gets tagged up a little bit.
JDM playing very passive. This player lurking towards A is still up in rugs. He doesn't know if anybody's walked out of A main yet. He assumes not. But I don't think he had the full information.
Havo's in the spot to stop it.
And just to get
Gets
one, but he
one.
gets quickly traded. And the health for these T
They're
players is looking very...
expecting. It looks like they are expecting them to go for this camera push again here, as Saren kind of backs out, just giving up for this A retake. I imagine if they come through camera here, we're gonna see these two players run from water to A main.
Beautiful kill out of Saren. He falls off. Puts him in a 3v3 retake scenario with very little health on these JDM players.
Yeah. If I'm imagining this is probably pretty well spoken for at this point though. Oh, Pizza is making me eat my own words with an opening pick. Mono able to trade out 2v2. Saren finds out where the last two players are. Pizza stuffs out Saren 2v1. Mono's going to have to come up big one last time in a 1v2, and he's going to opt to save. He doesn't know about the health.
Yeah, I think Saren actually heard the AK of Mono in A main and thought that it was one of the enemy players, but that ended up getting him killed, making for a rough
Wow.
situation for Mono.
And JDM just says, we're not done yet. We're still in this. 65 health-ish or so between the two of them, and they're still able to get it across the finish line. Taco going for this fast mid-peak.
Smoke Sorcerers are working out A main,
Blows up
3
in
of
the
them.
smoke, looking for one still. Heavy water control.
It made noise. Avo finds one.
T's are responding back. It looks like they want to take this presence back from the CTs. CTs are not looking to give it up though. They're holding steady and strong. They do not want to go anywhere. Flash to keep the attention around. Opper sticking around looking for what he can find towards rugs. Kyle's gonna need to try hard to stop this one. Good for good for 2, almost good for the third. Pizza knows that there's players in water. He has to play this carefully. Gets spotted. Maybe he didn't actually see him.
Yeah, I don't think he did see him cross. You could definitely see his head, but Taco's finds
Taco
only a
good for
pick.
1. Doesn't know about the player close. He's
Oh.
good for the shot though. They have the space. They're gonna go crunch through. They know they have a 1v1 on either site here. They're gonna choose to go for B. Mono is backed out. He doesn't know where they're coming from. He's gonna hear it now. Gets the spot on the player. He's gonna be calling in for this rotate now.
Tags up that Opera. That's going to be some huge damage for this round. Another low health post plant for JDM.
Full HP on both CTs. Molly coming out.
Pizza goes
Saren,
down.
good for 1 on this one.
Taco
It's up to
has the
Taco.
op.
To keep them in it, it's up to Taco. Good for
Finds the
1.
first one. Playing very patient. This is what you
And
love to see.
Taco's good for
Taco
the
gets it.
4K to win it all and keep them going.
What
And
a
he'll bring the
performance
op
out of
across the
Taco.
line too. Taco showing why he had that 1.3 rating in the first matchup. I mean, this is what you like to see.
Yeah, and that absolutely kills Smoke Sorcerer's money. They're going to be looking to win this the following round. They'd obviously like to win it here, but I mean, guns show that this is definitely in the JDM favor.
Taco searching for this early pick in mid. He hasn't been offered it up just yet, but he's still searching. Heavy mid presence here. Not really opting for this water control, even on the T side. So they're just not worried about water, it seems, all that often. But they're going to flood through on camera here. They take all of A for free. Mono goes down.
Pizza lurking T-stairs. That absolutely shuts down any opportunity.
D3 finds the A main player. And Pizza's going to smoke that off, knowing that there's a second player there. So they know they have one player towards water. Oh, and Pizza couldn't see him. The smoke didn't get blown open correctly. They know they have one player towards A main, one player somewhere coming from somewhere else.
They definitely want to get any exits they can. Habo goes down. Kyle goes down as well.
Pizza goes huge on that round.
Yeah, he really has woken up since that round.
12-7. JDM does not want to lose. They want this overtime. Can they get it all the way back from 12 4. 3 rounds in a row from JDM.
Really putting up a good fight here. They're playing much better
Instant
together
E-box
than we
smoke.
saw them on that first half.
Looking for this mid pick again. Taco. Toledo here to support him. He's going to be taking some space up bridge. Actually
Toledo
good for
opens up
one.
speed.
Instantly traded up by Taco. And I like how when they get a pick, they fall back and they regroup. They do a good job of not overextending off of a pick, not rushing into anything. They are doing a lot better job of being coordinated on the T side than they were on the CT side for sure.
Yeah, they want to
Cross
get as
smoke
much
gonna come out
information as they
here.
can.
Mono, can he get a spot before the smoke comes out? Spots 2! Good for spam on 1. Teammates are here to back him up. They'll be walking into a stack here. Late lurk coming in from Pizza, and he stuffs out Havo.
They're gonna quickly
They're gonna fall
bring
back
the bomb
here.
around.
40
With a very
seconds
quick
left.
rotate.
Yeah, CTs read this. They know that they don't want to end at B.
They've got time to double back. If they so choose. They don't know that there's 2 players on the A site though. Oh, they actually are going back through to E-box. Mono's ready for it though. Let's see if he can.
Mono's gonna have to hear.
Yeah, he has the information. His teammates are rotating back.
D3 with the doesn't get the kill. Taco has to stop it, and that's the round. No time for plant.
None other than Mono to shut that game down. Not allowing that comeback, but JDM did put up a good
20
fight.
kills on Mono and Havo. Tryhard Kyle 16 and 11. I mean, Pizza and Taco, they tried. I mean, but at the end of the day, this ain't the food truck. This is a matchup of CSC, and Smoke Sorcerers were able to do it just a little bit better today.
Absolutely. That was a great game out of both teams, I would argue. Definitely lacking the CT side from JDM. But again, they put up a good fight. They just didn't have the room that they wanted to play with, that opportunity to take rounds and give one here and there.
And I feel like a big part of that has to go to, like I mentioned, I mean, that was a ban from their first match day. I feel like they were definitely not prepared for Anubis. I feel like if they had a little more preparation time, a little better coordination maybe for the CT side, definitely could have been a different showing from JDM. Because, like I said at the beginning of the matchup, I mean, you can't count anybody out in CSC, especially in these 2 teams. Both teams have amazing players. It was a great matchup, and it was a pleasure to watch it for sure with all of you tonight.
Absolutely. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that puts both of these teams at 1-1 on the season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
It does, yes. So now WIZ able to redeem themselves from match day 1, going, especially Tryhard Kyle. I mean, like I mentioned, he did not have a very good first match tonight, definitely showing that he was just in a slump for that first match. He said, don't even worry about that one. I'm back in the server. I'm here. And showed what he could really do tonight. So
this will make for definitely 2 very competitive teams throughout this season. Looking forward to see what they've got in store coming forward.
JDM definitely going to have to go back to the drawing board, and if Anubis is something they want to play, definitely going to have some improvements to make.
Or maybe just permaban it if you don't want to work on it at all. That's always an option.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm surprised they let that one float through on them with a ban on it on first season, especially knowing their enemy. You know, I mean, that's Mono's map, so they should have known.
Yeah.
But overall, still a great matchup. Seeing them try to mount a comeback towards the end there, I mean, that was fun to watch. That's why we gather here and we watch what we watch, because CSC is just filled with bullshit. But good bullshit to watch.
Agreed.
All right. So, victory in the favor of WIZ, 13-7, I believe, and great games all across the board from WIZ, but it has been a pleasure. It has been a dream. It has been an honor. I am Moon, and it has been
Voltric.
a wonderful time. You all have a wonderful night.